Good evening. This is KAJUKENBO Live coming out of South Lake Tahoe, California. I'm Senior Grandmaster Jimenez from the Worldwide KAJUKENBO Federation. Today's show is going to be a few topics. It's what makes a KAJUKENBO Federation one of the top federations in the world. We're going to explain that why and how. We're going to explain a few things about what happened today with Donald Trump. And it kind of ties into every little thing that we're going to do. But to start off with some good news is people, if you watched American Pie and Scary Story and stuff, Shannon Elizabeth is one of the main actors in there. And she's also a great poker player. And she runs a conservatory in Africa for the black rhinos. And to keep them. I think she said there's only like 400 left alive. And she's doing great things in Africa with her conservatory, helping all the animals and stuff like that, her and her husband. So she has poker tournaments. It has the money goes to the conservatory. But if you pull up Shannon Elizabeth, if you Google her name, you'll see the conservatory. So if you find it in your hearts to donate any kind of money, it doesn't make a difference. $5, $100, $5,000, it don't make a difference. As long as you donate something to help her cause in Africa, because she's helping, like I said, the black rhinos right now. I think she has one that's a blind one. They take care of it. And she said her name, the rhino's name is a boy. I think it's Bobo, I think. I'm not sure 100%. But you dig deep and try to go into your hearts and kind of help out her cause. So like a lot of you know today, when Donald Trump got shot, I'm not one that does the politics, Biden-Trump thing on any of my YouTube videos. But it kind of ties into about the hatred that people have. It doesn't make a difference if there's two candidates, Biden and Trump. They're both human beings. One might be better than the other. Everybody has their opinions. That's great. We'll see how the cards fall out. But to try to assassinate a president or any human being is way out of left field. And that's just because of the hatred they have for him. And in doing so, the shooter was shot and killed. A few other people were killed and injured really bad. For what? Because he doesn't like Donald Trump. So you see, the hatred in this world has to stop. And I bring this up with Donald Trump because it ties into like the Worldwide KAJUKENBO Federation about. We're not comparing ourselves to Donald Trump or nothing like that. But I'm talking about the hatred. When you hate somebody, that's a strong word to use. Like myself, there's a lot of people out there in KAJUKENBO right now that I might not respect. I might not like them. But one thing I can say, I don't hate them. I really don't hate anybody. It got back to me. There was a meeting with some of the grandmasters. Oh, I hate Jimenez. Whoa, why would you hate Jimenez? What has Jimenez actually done to you guys? I'm going to tell you what I've done. Nothing to you guys. Then it was, oh, Jimenez is making a lot of money. You know how much money we make? Nothing. Not a dime. Whatever comes in, a small amounts, goes right back out. And if there's not enough, I pay out of my pocket to help people. I've already told this 100 times. I don't charge for promotions. I think in all the years that the Federation's been going strong, 3 people donated for their promotion. And I didn't ask for a dime. They did it on their own because they felt they needed to. And the money went right back out. It didn't go in my pocket. I didn't go out and buy another Rolls Royce. I didn't do none of that kind of stuff. It just went right back out to the people. So when people say I'm making a lot of money, it's ridiculous. Because going back in the past, I don't need this federation money for anything. When I was playing, and this is brought up through Galena's brought it up, but he shouldn't have brought up, and he apologized for it, about me being a professional poker player and a gambler. Sure, in the 90s and all of the 90s, sure, 100%. In fact, most of the time, I pissed away more money than you guys made in probably 2 or 3 years. I pissed it away in a week, maybe 30 days, and I also won a lot. So I had a lot. I had all the Rolls Royces, the big giant mansion. I had the limousine. I had the driver. But you know what that means? That don't mean a fucking thing. It means nothing. Absolutely nothing. So if you guys think it's because it's a money thing, it's not. Because all that, I don't want to deal with it anymore. Because when people don't have it and they want that, then they're going to realize the grass is not greener on the other side. Sure, you can buy things, you can do nice things and stuff like that. But what comes with that is a lot of other responsibility, and then the hatred and the loneliness of people trying to use you for what you got. Okay? So when they say that I'm making tons of money on this federation, I sit there and laugh. Because that's not true at all. That's not why I'm doing it. Now I'm going to explain to you guys why we're one of the top KAJUKENBO federations in the world. Number one, it's not because who I promote or who I recognize or how much money you guys think I take from people. Okay, it has nothing to do with that. I ask for nothing. So you know what I get in return for that? I get loyal soldiers, students, countries that are loyal to me and the Worldwide KAJUKENBO Federation because I ask for nothing in return. The only thing I ever ask, and I tell them right off the bat, there's two things you need to do. I expect 100% loyalty, and you have to learn the Gaylord method, which we switch it to the Jimenez method. But it's the Gaylord method, okay? That's for the two things I tell them. I tell them right off the bat, you're not going to get a KAJUKENBO certificate, a promotion, unless you learn the forms or you put an effort towards it to get the forms down. Like a lot of people think that we're giving it away and we're not, okay? So this is some of the things that makes it a good federation. The problem with most associations out there is they bleed you for the promotion certificates. They give you a bunch of bullshit, and they get you to fly over there, and they start promoting half the people over there for $200 a pop. You know what happens when that happens? It gets old. It gets really, really old. And then eventually all those people will pull away because they get smart enough to think, wait a second, this is a money thing. It's not something that we can build ourselves into. So now I'm not saying every association does that, but probably 99%, 95% does. We're the only ones that ask for nothing. That's what made us the largest KAJUKENBO federation right now in the world. Because I ask for nothing, and all I ask is for loyalty. And I spread the word of KAJUKENBO, and all the people that call up and have little meetings, how they hate Jimenez, and they do this and stuff like that, and then I hear, well, what did he do wrong? They can't answer because I didn't. Then they get asked, what have you done for KAJUKENBO? No answer. So these are the kind of things that before people speak, they need to think about it. Or, better yet, you call me up and you say, hey, Senior Grandmaster Jimenez, what's going on? Or can I ask you a question? Why this and why this? Like they asked, why do I call myself a senior grandmaster? Well, I've been to martial arts since I was 10, for number one. Number two, I got several senior grandmasters under me that they have grandmasters under them. That's what makes me a senior grandmaster, because I don't know if you remember, and whoever's ever been there at the first KAJUKENBO meeting we had, Senior Grandmaster Vargas brought it up because people was using, oh, well, if you can't be a 10th degree because CJ said no more 10ths, well, then what about the people that are 8th degree? How are they going to move up to 9th? Well, it's simple. You can move up to 9th under your teacher, but that makes your teacher the senior. So for the people that understand that, senior is SR, you know, Jimenez or Sifu, Senior Grandmaster, whoever, okay? That's where it's coming from. And it's not a promotion. Carrasco from Spain, he's under me. He's a senior grandmaster because he's got grandmasters under him. So you see how it kind of falls down? So that's how I'm going to explain this part of it, so that people that don't understand, or maybe they're not smart enough to realize what that means, is coming from my mouth, and I'm explaining to you why. Okay, and people, some of my grandmasters come to me, you know, hey, you know, I got all these grandmasters under me. What should I do? Well, you become a senior grandmaster, because you need to be above them. So it's not an easy thing to figure out on stuff like that, you know. But in saying so, like I said, like with Trump, like today when he got shot, it was a hatred. That's all it is. So, somebody that hated Trump, and so they went too far to the thing. Again, I'm not comparing myself to Donald Trump or none of our organization. It just kind of goes in together what we're talking about. Nobody should ever hate anybody. People should wish the best for them. Okay? If in the past, if someone's won the lottery, I've never said, oh my God, so-and-so won. No, I've been happy for them because they won the lottery. Okay? Always been that way. I've always been happy with someone who does the best. But that's the one thing I won't do. I won't sell certificates, and I will not sell out. And when I say sell out is when I see someone has a studio that makes, all these little kiddie games, and charges for it and stuff, just to make money. That's selling out. Eventually, it'll come around and bite you in the ass at the end. Okay, the same thing with the federations or the associations out there right now. We got people all over the world that's loyal to the Worldwide KAJUKENBO Federation and myself and my advisors. Okay, total loyalty. So when you attack me, you attack them, and they're gonna stick up for me. And I'll be the first one that tells you, if I've done something wrong and I know I did something wrong, I'm going to say I did something wrong. I want to correct it. Or one of my advisors will say, well, no, you need to fix that. That's not right. I'll come back and I'll fix it. Just like I bent backwards to change the patch. Okay? I bent backwards to send that, and I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to change the patch. Anybody outside the United States doesn't have to change that patch we have. But I did it, okay, because I was a better person to do it. I changed 8 different things on it. Did I get anything back for it? No. I got, well, what are you going to do? I don't have to do anything. Well, neither do I. But I put my foot forward and I changed the patch so it would be different from the original KA patch. This is what we have. You have a give and you have a take. But one gives all the time and nobody wants to give back, then that's when the flags come up. But in the future, always try to be the bigger person. You don't need to talk bad about anybody. Like the KSTI is having their tournament next weekend. I hope them the best success in the world. I hope they have tons and tons and tons of people and have a great tournament. That's how I feel about it. Okay, and this is where it should be towards all of KAJUKENBO. And remember the word ohana, okay? Most of you guys go ohana, 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 ohana. You know, most of the time it's totally bullshit. You know, because you don't go by what it means. But it's easy to say the word. Or it's easy to attack somebody constantly. Because again, anytime, and it doesn't matter just what it is, any kind of sport, what sports it is, political thing, no matter what it is, when you're in the top, you get all the people down below try to knock you off that pedestal. So they do this. And 99.9% of the time, it's total bullshit. It's either hearsay or it's made up or it just makes them feel better to talk bad about somebody. So again, try to focus on helping the people in your associations. Don't take. That's my best advice that I could give you or give anybody. Don't take, give. So that's how I'm going to end this right now. So again, I hope you have a blessed evening. I hope you can understand what I'm trying to say. So that way you can kind of see where I'm coming from. But again, this is KAJUKENBO Live. I'm Senior Grandmaster Jimenez from the Worldwide KAJUKENBO Federation. I hope you guys a blessed day.